Yeah.
Got my fat head. All right. So first thing you want to do is have a warm bike, slightly. Take the, I guess it's the seat trim thingy off.
Okay.
So you want to do this handle. It's not really pull. It's kind of a rotate out.
Yep.
Seat comes off. The reason you want to do that is because you need access to these to get this body panel off.
Okay.
So, next thing you're going to be doing is taking off this
Okay.
along with this because your oil tank is down there. So
you need a T what?
I think it's a T25.
That's a 15. That's
No,
gonna be
too
too small. 30. 10. Really?
Yep.
Where's my? It's gonna be the longest video ever. Where did my 25 go? You want to use Allen's?
It is 25.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it is 25. These screws on here and this screw, there's one under here people forget about and yours has fallen out, so we need to get a new one. But what you want to do is you want to loosen it only and it just pops off. You also want to use Loctite because this single cylinder will rattle screws out like no tomorrow. So but all of these screws are come out.
I'll be watching this and then I'll pause the video. Yep.
Probably edit it later. So I want you to always put them down. It's the wheel. This comes off. Now in here will be your blinker connection. Gentle pinch, wiggle. Don't try to force anything out. This one's a little stubborn. That side's out, that side's out. It just wants to be a little difficult, I guess. There it is. It's coming out, but it's just a little difficult.
Pain in the butt.
There we go. That's going.
Alright.
Next thing, you would turn the wheel this way. Loosen this screw about halfway, but since it's gone, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's a little nipple looking thing in here that you don't want to tear off. It's right about here, and you don't want to just rip the panel off. You have to be careful.
Pull
So
straight off.
first thing you want to do, I guess you can take this one off. And the screws again are all the same, so you can just put them in a pile. And then there's one here.
Yep.
Down here. And get that one off. Thanks. Alright, now the next thing you do, you take your oil tank cap, in your case the thermometer you have in right now, off and off, and put it in a clean place, which will be on this
receipt.
I'll just put it on rights here. Make sure nothing goes in. Gently pull, and that thing should pop out. That little thingy. Now it should. Now why is it not popping out? It should come right out. But it's not. I don't want to force it. So it's right under where my finger is. There it goes. Just comes out.
Okay.
So that's fine. Yours in the past was kind of
Bent.
tweaked, so you want to be very careful. Now, what you have to do is lift this up, and in this seam, there's like a joint, so you have to break it off like this, and you just push it down and pull up. This comes off.
Nice. Okay.
Now, we don't want anything in the oil tank. Back on.
Okay.
So now, let's get the hot oil out of the tank. So first thing I want to do We'll talk about this bolt. I stripped this out by mistake. We need some coolant. I stripped this out by mistake because I mixed foot-pounds and Newton meters. When I got my new one, the maximum I torqued it down was 144 inch-pounds, which is 12 foot-pounds.
Okay.
Because I didn't like the feel, and those threads look like Healy coils in there. So
Okay.
we'll do 12 foot-pounds and see what happens.
Okay.
Now, I can see you need it's T30.
T30 is in there.
Let's see, T20, T10, T15. I've got 25 out here. 30 must be, there we go, 30. This bolt, very important. This is one of those bolts that when you put it in, it starts to expand on the inside. Goes to the air box. Do not over tighten this. This is like, just like that. It's just like butter. And then, so what you want to do is unscrew it, keep pushing in. Before the screw pops out, grab this and go like that. There's a spacer
Gotcha. Okay.
in between the tank like that. And then if you don't cover this, suck air in there. So there were 2 washers on here, so we'll just leave them that way. Alright, so this is going to go here. Now, what you call these things, E-clips. Tank mounts.
Yes.
Or tank mounts here. These E-clips keep it from popping out. What you want to do with your hand or a screwdriver, gently pry these out. There is a washer and a clip. Put that there. We'll do the same thing here. I don't think it matters the orientation of these, but very carefully. Now, what I like to do with the oil tank is to get a bucket or something on a stool, or if you have a helper, we can hold it.
Okay. Do you want me to get a bucket?
Yeah, get a bucket. Now, you have an oil bucket, right?
Yes. It's one. It's almost full, but this thing doesn't have much oil in it, does it?
Get one of those green things. Oh no, get our
The pan. Yeah, the pan. The new pan. All right. New pan. There you go.
Where are
Where what?
your Allen key sockets?
Allen keys. Oh, sockets are down here. Next one down. Right there.
All right.
Look at those big wrenches.
Yeah.
I got some stuff. So this is, I think, 5 or 6 mil.
Okay.
Excuse me, the wrong 5 mil. 6. No, that is 6. 6 mil.
Window's weird. There's nothing in it.
It's bubbling, or I'm sorry, not bubbling. The glass just get. Now taking this off, just need a 3/8 inch ratchet. It's not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
And break it open. Stop. Now, what I'll probably do is you want to hold a drip pan.
Oil comes
What
out
I'm
of
gonna
there.
do is if you hold the pan there, it's not going to get on you. But I'm going to take this tank out like this.
Uh huh.
Now it can drain, and then just do this.
And wear a glove.
Yeah, so there you go. So now I'm going to open this, get some air in there. You know, if it, now,
Open that up.
I was
Okay.
going to say, if it gets too hot or heavy, let me know. So I'll give you a hand. You may be a little hot. Majority of the oil's up here.
How's that oil looking?
It's actually not. It's not bad. You're changing it because of the additive package, not because of wear. Looks like you have an interstate battery. I don't know if that's a lead acid, but it's on the low end, and I think the water level's here. Too hot? No? Alright, I'm going to drain the majority of it out. I'm not going to, by the way, do you have the fishing magnetic tool I bought you?
Yes, we will need it.
Depending on how you angle the tank, it may drain out. You can't get it all out. As long as you get most of it out, you're fine. You can go fishing somewhere. You'll find
Yeah,
it in
it's
there.
along that side over there.
Don't,
Don't lose that washer.
yeah.
Does that crush washer need to be replaced?
I would. We have a new one in the kit that we got, so that's fine. So let it drip out a little more. Not gonna get all of it. Kind of move the tank around, see what you can do. Okay, fine. You have the bolt.
Yes, it's down right there.
So what I'm gonna do is stick the bolt in with no crush washer to keep it from dripping.
Okay.
And probably what I'll do is screw it in a little bit just so to remind us. Put the tank back on the threads. Inspect your clamps on your oil tank. Make sure they are not weak. Make sure that the hoses look good. This is in, of course, arrow out. Okay, oil out of main tank. Next thing we got to do is get to the main sump, which is down here. And unfortunately, you have the BMW thing, which this has to go and that has to go. So the oil drain plug is right here.
Hang on one second. Let me get the camera over there.
Above this, it's like a 24 millimeter.
That one right there.
So, TourTech mount, I think you have 3 screws, 1, 2, 3. This thing is a pain, so.
That one right there.
Yeah, I didn't get my, you got any shop towels, paper towels?
Yes.
Whatever's out is fine.
Thanks for the soda.
Oh, no problem.
Alright, now, if I remember correctly, we're going to need some 13 millimeter sockets, but the problem with this is
There's not a lot of room.
there's not a lot of room, so what you end up having to do is you need a 13 millimeter quarter-inch drive on a quarter-inch extension. I don't know if you have those.
13 millimeter.
On a quarter-inch drive in a
Quarter.
standard depth.
A standard depth right there.
Right. And then
Right there. Hang on. 13 millimeter.
I'm going to take this and make a tool. The reason is, if you come over here,
So that's just on an extension. That's not even the actual
right,
thing.
well,
Okay.
see this? Can't get to it.
Yeah.
But you can if you do this.
Gotcha. So
Now,
Get a-
what you end up having to do is take 2 sockets. So you're going to need a 13 mil standard depth quarter-inch extension on a 6 or 8 inches to hold it. Quarter-inch ratchet.
Okay, so need a quarter-inch ratchet.
Right, and now you make me I need a 13 millimeter on a 3/8 drive.
Okay.
With 6/8.
Standard depth.
That's probably fine.
Standard depth.
Now, okay. Somebody wants to keep this from turning.
Okay. Colton, you want to hold that?
Either or. On the other side. Now, if you come on the other side, don't step in that oil. You'll notice that the bolt is free and clear, and you can get to it. You just have to have that funny
Other one.
arrangement of tools, because it's just like that. If and when you get a TourTech one, it mounts with 1 here and 2 underneath, and there's 3 bolts to change your oil.
Well, that's the best way to do it.
Right, getting this out takes a little bit.
I'm only going to record the teardown because the putting back together is the opposite.
Yes, it is, but you have to keep things aligned. But yeah. Okay. Do me a favor. Do this. Let me push this through. You have a nut in your socket, right?
Yes, right.
Okay, cool. Now, just one dropped. Let me see if there's another one. There's a second one in there. So, the important thing to remember is that when you're, when you're wrenching these down, you have at least one washer in between your nut. And, okay, so this is free. Now, the only other thing is that you've got, can you get me a 10 millimeter deep socket?
Okay. What drive? 3/4?
Quarter-inch 10 millimeter wrench, and I'll show you why in a minute.
1/4 inch tin.
Oh no, this is a 3/8 10.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, 1/4 10 on. And I don't need an extension. I can make do with a 6
1/4 inch
so,
tin. And
under here, I'll show you what I'm doing.
and you want a 10 mil wrench?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if the
10
phone
mil
comes
wrench.
down here. There's
Oh,
3
it's
attachment points. There's one here.
Okay.
There's one here.
Uh-huh.
There's one in the front. The front cannot be reached by a socket. You have to have a wrench. And also note that there is
The front one is right
there is
there.
a small washer behind the nut, then the bar, and then there's a fender washer under that against the rubber. If that makes sense.
I think so.
So, I'm going to take these off with the 10 mil, and they actually screw into what's called a, I don't know what you call them, the clips you put in an untapped hole, and they have threads. So this, honestly, is one of the most frustrating and longest parts of changing the oil, because getting it off, getting it aligned, and all this other stuff is just it's a nightmare. But you know, that's how BMW and Germans want to do things. All right, so this is off, but not coming out. No, actually it is. I'm taking that out. So there's one. Second one, and by the way, the Touratech doesn't even use these points. It uses a foot peg point and one over there.
Oh,
So
wow.
and it reaches like way back here, and
That's
then
a-
you have your,
That's a lot better.
yeah, so it's expensive, but
Yeah.
this one's coming out easier. So, yeah, you know, so you're not seeing a normal oil pan because this is a dry sump motor. All your oil's in your tank. I don't know what kind of drain plug he used. These bolts appear to be the same, so that's fine. You notice it's still sticking. All right, this is the annoying part. This nut here, sometimes I like to turn the wheel to get the fender out of the way. And this is going to be one of those half turn. You're going to sit here for like forever until you can get it loose. Yeah. And you know what's funny? Sitting in here right now is a washer, a loose washer.
Weird.
And maybe it came out of here and fell down, I don't know. But so one of these, you know, these very expensive ratcheting wrenches would be great, but we're poor, so we don't have them. They're like $80 a set. So it eventually gets to the point where this, yeah, you can kind of get it with your hands if you hold this up. This one's not like that. So I'm here for 5 years doing this. Almost. So actually, if you look at this, that's interesting. It's a built-in. Nope, no, it's not. There's a washer there.
Oh, there goes the washer down there. Okay.
Yeah, that came from
The back of this.
flat of one of the two down there. So yeah, so we're sitting here again for 5 years. This thing, and this is what's just so annoying. Eventually, you should be able to get it with your hands, and then the whole thing kind of pops off. Now, what you want to be careful too is a subframe. It's milled in a place where it's flat, but then it kind of spreads out. You don't want to like pull it down. You want to kind of pull it away from you. So once this is off,
Off.
man, that's hard. Thank you. We were holding it. Gotta go down a little bit. Gotta come out just a tad. And so yes, a ratcheting wrench would save you probably 15 minutes on this.
I could always borrow one of those from my dad.
Oh, your dad's got one.
Yeah, they're nice, especially doing auto body stuff. I'm sure that you would enjoy that. Now, come on. Okay, it's free. So now, 1 second. Now it's free. So what I'll do is kind of lift up, shake, pull forward, And out you have your wonderful
Yep, and there's a washer down in there. That's the one we heard
and,
earlier.
and engine guards. So if you happen to lift, so here's your 10 mil bolt. So anyway, put this aside because it's annoying. Alright, so there's all of our hardware. Next thing we want to do, I need a 1/2 inch drive socket, 24 millimeter, I think. I'm only using half because it's just easier to break it.
24 millimeter.
Yes, do not over torque this bolt because you'll strip it out. It's made, the engine casting is made of aluminum. Somebody carefully, thank you, grab our oil reservoir.
So that's the bolt that we saw earlier on the bottom. Probably want that underneath the bike, right?
That'd be great, thank you. So what we'll do is need a 3-inch extension if you have one. Drive.
3-inch extension. That'll work. It's a 6-inch.
6, but that'll work fine, I think. Alright, so come up here. Okay. It's really funny. It's not a lot of torque, but bolt's broken. Drip pan, round drip pan's good to have. Okay, I'm going to let this not drop with my hand. The reason is because it would splash and go everywhere. So you have your BMW crush washer, which is in the new kit.
Okay.
This plug is the stock, thank you, the stock style, but it's not the stock plug, I don't think, because it has a sticker on it. So this is the remaining bit of the oil. The only thing left
It's in the filter.
is in the filter side. Now, I will ask you, do you happen to have a 5x7 card? There's a special tool from BMW that costs like $50 or something. And it's designed when the oil runs out of the filter reservoir to run out and not just down the bike and make a mess.
Does a 5x7 card have to be? Could it be a piece of paper?
Could be a piece of paper. I could make do with that too.
Okay. Let me see if I have an index card. 1 second.
Now we have
Miso. Miso.
not only does the engine oil lubricate the engine.
Too small?
Yes.
Okay, I'll need to do a piece of paper then.
Transmission's in here too, and you have a clutch. And every time the clutch wears, you get little shards, and so they go either in here, oil filter, or into your plug.
It's for something.
Let's see.
8.5 by 11, double.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch oil for it. So now, drain plug, of course you want to clean it off. Always use a new crush washer. If
That's
you're
a
in an
new one
emergency, you could probably flip it over. And
That's
use
a
it
new one
again.
from our kid or no?
No, I haven't even opened that. So what I'm going to do, just to, for the sake of it, I'm going to throw it in there.
Okay. Woo!
Alright, now, next step we want to do is, since the oil's already run out, we're going to get some oil here, but it'll never go down there. So I need you to do two things. You can grab the oil filter kit from BMW we got. And I need you to turn your computer on and get a torque spec for me for this plug. And this, I guess it's still in, right?
Yeah.
So this plug is big, and the torque spec on it is going to seem low, but it's not. So we have Rotax filter, we have bag width O-ring for the filter cover, giant O-ring, and the small copper. You'll notice there are two more.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that is for carbureted bikes or the Aprilia Pegaso. Don't know what it's for. There's always two left over.
But use the copper one.
So what you'll do is you'll match the one that best fits the bolt. So what we're gonna do is I need you to turn on your computer
And get the torque spec.
and go into general maintenance. And there'll be a torque spec, and I want to say it's something around 40 foot-pounds, but I don't remember.
Yeah, 1 second.
But it's very important you do not ever over tighten this bolt.
General maintenance. Draining engine oil.
It probably will be called engine oil, or sorry.
Yeah, that's what it said. Draining engine oil. Okay.
Right. So I'm gonna take this washer and probably put the full. It kind of has a round end, flat end up. And then probably what I'll do is take a rag, it's semi-clean, clean around the drain plug. Careful not to get anything in there.
Okay, oil filter cover.
No.
Cover for chain sprocket.
No.
Oil tank drain plug. Engine oil drain plug.
Engine oil drain plug, right?
40 Newton meters.
Okay, so what is that? If you go to Google, and it's probably, I don't know, 30 something foot-pounds maybe.
1 second. Google.
I'm gonna thread in by hand. Never wrench by hand first. Gonna seat it, and then we wait for the torque wrench and torque spec.
Okay, so that is 29.5 foot-pounds. So
Okay.
about 30 foot-pounds for the drain plug.
Grab your half-inch drive torque wrench. I have a half-inch extension with a 24-inch socket on it. Now that no oil is dripping, we will carefully move this out of the way.
And you want 30 foot-pounds. It's going to be on the low end
You
of
said
this
29 and a half, right?
one. Yeah, 29 and a half.
Actually, you know what? You don't have the adapter that goes. You have one that goes from half-inch to 3/8 drive. You don't have that adapter, right?
Let me see.
I'm happy to get you that. We can use the big torque wrench. It's
I do
fine.
have a half-inch to 3/8.
All right, let's see it. No, the other way around.
Oh, the other way around.
You don't have that, right?
Yeah, that might be the one I'm missing. We always talk about this.
All right, so go ahead and put in 29 and a half or 30 foot-pounds on the half-inch torque drive, half-inch torque wrench. It should be close enough and fine.
Okay, so I'll put 1 second. 20 foot-pounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll go to probably 29.
29
It's
is
on the low end of the.
it's fine as long as you're close within a couple percent. You're fine.
There you go.
This one is you want to support that and come down here. And
Okay.
it's kind of an interesting one because it's so big and your wrench is so big that it's like nothing. That's it. I mean it's like nothing, and you do not want to over tighten this ever.
Okay.
That's done.
So that plug, just to restate, is 30 foot-pounds. 29 to 30 foot-pounds.
Yeah. Now I get oil drips out of here. And I
Okay.
can't tell if they're from somewhere else. So don't
Okay.
be concerned if you see a couple drips. If you see a lot of goo, yeah, that's something. But that bolt is like next to nothing.
Okay.
Now here comes the fun part.
The filter.
I need a socket torque wrench or a socket Torx.
Okay.
I think it's T25.
I think I gave you all my socket Torx out. Nope, they're right here. Okay.
So
And these are all
this is
3
the fun part.
quarters drives. So you've already got the 3/4 drive ratchet out there. Yes, you do. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna need. Oops, that's too big. Now, this bike
Oh, don't do that.
is different from mine. Mine happens to have a bolt that's a big negative jumper terminal.
Uh-huh.
That one with that bike, if you torque that bolt to the same as these, you will snap it off. Yours are all 3 for the same. It's there because if you have to jump start the bike, where do you clamp it on? So yours are all the same, mine are not. So behind this cover is an O-ring, which is in your kit here. Now, this is the messy part, and I'll show you before I do it. What's going to happen is when you undo this, you're going to get oil just fall. And what I like to do with a piece of paper that's thicker, maybe with an index card, some people use a Coke can, is to do something like this and angle it down and then put your drip pan right under here. You may want to make a path for that.
Okay.
So it just goes down. So what I'll do first is very carefully, I can put that under there.
Get the drip pan down there.
Take this I'm gonna undo this just a little bit. Just like that. Break it open.
You're at 30 minutes.
Oh, great. Going too
not bad.
slow.
No, I'll put it on YouTube. I am. I'm gonna put it on YouTube, my own personal YouTube.
Now,
Wait, you have it
what
on
I will
YouTube?
do.
What's it called?
The guy Smiley.
I gotta look those up.
Okay. So now I'm gonna kind of make sure it goes down there, and then the next thing I'm gonna do
Okay.
is undo the top a little bit, undo the side, undo the side. Now my bike has oil just running out all over the place. Okay, there it comes. Now that's not too bad. Sometimes it's just all over the place, but now you're not getting oil on your bike.
On your bike, yeah.
Anything. And so I would there it's starting to come out now. Just takes a minute, I guess. So kind of open that up. Let it go. And then what you can do while you're holding this here, these 3 bolts are the same.
Okay.
So it doesn't really matter where. Hey there.
They're good.
There is no crush washer on any of these bolts.
Okay. So they're just bolts.
They're just bolts, and the important thing is to have the surface clean on both the cap and the bike, and the O-ring fresh and lubed with clean oil.
Okay.
So that comes off, and you'll notice. I'm going to drop that in there. So there's our bolt. Put that on the bag. Keep on. Here's your cap.
Yep.
Your O-rings around it. So I'm letting this drain off a little bit.
Okay. I'm impressed that absolutely no oil has dropped down onto the road.
Well, I'm trying to. Now, sometimes you can take this and go like that and like this and back and forth. Other times what I do is take a thing of channel locks.
You just grab them.
So,
Do you need the channel locks?
I'll tell you what I'll do. This is something I would not do to a new filter, but I'll do it to this one. I'm going to grab this straight screwdriver since the filter is not being reused. And I'm not going to booger any threads. I'm just going to pop it out with a screwdriver.
Okay.
I will go like this.
And you can just park it somewhere.
This little thing is your safety valve. If the filter gets clogged, it opens, and that's where the oil goes through.
Okay.
If you look at the outside of the filter, it's extremely clean.
Well, good.
Oil goes through the outside of the filter to the inside, and it's very clean. Now, inside here are screws and things. Don't ever need to worry about it when you're changing oil. If you ever took the engine apart, though, there's a way to prime it before you don't want to start an engine that's been rebuilt
Yeah.
without priming it. So, can I have a clean paper towel? I'm looking for any debris. I'm going to keep this very clean. No mess. Well, there's a couple dabs of oil, but that's it. Now, okay, I don't want to get oil on it. Is there a place without
Here,
oil?
grab it with those.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Now,
Awesome.
clean thing, just gonna make sure the surface is good. Oil's very clean, I don't see any problems.
I need a new cleaner.
Yeah, I
got
touched
one
it
of
and
those.
it
That's fine.
dry rotted. Now, next thing I'm gonna do is take the old O-ring off, toss it in the bin.
Okay, you replace that O-ring.
Yes, always.
And that's
That
it.
O-ring is the only thing between you and an oil leak. I mean, you could probably reuse it in an emergency, but
But nobody wants to do that.
can I just make sure all the mating surfaces are clean and free of debris? Make sure that that is... Now, do you have your mobile one? Can I have a quart of oil, and I'll show you why.
Yes, because you're going to prime the filter somehow.
And the prime it, thing is, it's a canister filter, and you can't really prime it in the same sense as...
Canister filter, you
But
can't prime
what
it.
I am
same-
going to do is get the paper wet,
Okay.
and I'm going to make sure that this seal has oil on it.
This has already been opened. That's from last oil
Okay,
change.
cool. So what I'll do is make sure my finger is clean. I'm going to pour some in here, like, I don't know, that much or something. Just kind of
get the paper wet.
spin it around. You'll notice when it comes around in a second, you'll notice the paper starting to get wet.
Yep, you can't really see it on the camera, but yeah, you can kind of see it in the camera, yeah.
So, okay, soaked in. So now I'm gonna do some more. And the trick is to get enough to wet the paper, but not spill out when you press it or do it horizontally. So I'm gonna take some oil in here. This thing is bathed in oil, so this is fine. I'm gonna get the rubber coated with new oil. That mating surface is this circle there. I'm going to do the best I can to prime it, but I can't, you can't get it all, but sense of what it is, but hey, we're going to do our best to do that. Just a little more. Oil filter paper media is pretty wet. So what you can do is cleaned out, kind of press it in, you can feel it right
Yep.
there. Now,
Okay.
next thing to do is to get O-ring out. You could probably lube it with old oil. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to lube it with new oil. Don't pull on it, just kind of go around and
Just get some oil on it.
you want to kind of clean your hands. Now, just gently press it over the top. Boom. There. Done.
Good.
Now, can you go to the manual again and find torque spec for the oil filter cover plate, whatever
Okay.
it's called.
You're looking for that room.
Oh, I gotta. Here, you want to film for a second? Alright, I gotta. Let's look something.
I
So,
don't think-
oil.
Oil filter cover.
Oil filter cover, 10 Newton meters.
10 meters. Can you convert that foot pounds?
Yes.
So I don't.
7.37 foot pounds.
Alright, so 7.5 is fine. You need to go to inch pounds, so you need to divide it to multiply by 12, because that's really tiny. I
So
don't
7 times 12 is.
60. No, 7 times.
Well, hang on.
You might as well just calculate. I can't even think
Yeah.
right now.
7.3 times 12. .44 inch pounds.
Okay, so I don't think it matters which way this goes on. They're all the same as long as the surface is flat. Doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is take the lone extension. Some fuzz on that. Give me a bolt hole. Start it
88.
on one of these. Probably on this top one.
This is a 3/4 inch drive,
3/8.
or 3/8 inch drive. And so we can just get the torques on there and everything.
So I'm going to screw these in by hand first. Important thing is to not tighten anything down so that O-ring seats just like it should. I'll just take with my hands. You can feel it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, now. Wipe my hands off. Get this going. By the way, I think BMW recommends your neutral wire be pulled out of the way. Since we did the index card thing, we didn't need to.
Oh, okay.
But if you ever have
wire that's in there,
if you ever have problems with your neutral wire, this is the ground connection, or at least that completes the circuit for it. So, since we did it, the garage way, garage mechanic way. Now,
And this is set to 85, 86, 87, 88 foot pounds.
inch pounds.
Inch pounds, 88 inch pounds.
So what I like to do is take this, just go around, be gentle with the O-ring. I don't like to tighten any one down at all, and I just go in a circle, and I want to make sure that O-ring is evenly distributed all over everything. Okay, so now, there we go. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Okay, so now that you've got your filter change, your drain plug in, we need to go back to the main oil tank. So let's do that now.
Okay.
And because I stripped mine out, I have to have the 144 inch-pounds is all I'm going to do. So I think there is a small copper, a little bit bigger copper, and a silver washer left. I think the biggest copper
This is the one to
is
do.
what we're going to do. And if I did this right, okay, so yeah, biggest copper. Gonna put that on. Can you grab your inch-pound torque wrench again?
This one.
Thank you. Is there a Allen key looking? This is the torque. Oh, here it is. Okay, so let's get that on there by hand. And the torque spec, I think, is 20. Maybe it's like 21 foot-pounds,
But you did 144 inch-pounds, right?
which is 12 foot-pounds.
Okay,
I'm
have
not.
you set that?
No.
144 inch.
So 144. 100 and. There's 150, so 144 is 6 minus 150, right?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 145 plus 9. No, wait a minute. Yeah, it's 145, 144. All right.
Okay.
This is what I'm going to do. I've stripped mine out. I know how this works. Now, you want to make sure the tank is on these pins.
Yeah.
I'm
Make
going
sure
to
it's
double torque
lined
it.
up. Okay.
This scares me when I do it because I know what the stripped out one feels like. And it right now, I'm just like cringing when I do this. That is all I'm going to go. I'm not going to do any more.
Okay.
And it's enough to hold it, and it's crushed, so you're fine. Now, all right. Next thing to do. I'll tell you what. We won't worry about. I don't know for this video. Do you want to even mention the battery? Probably not. We'll we'll do.
Probably
one
not.
thing.
So now from here, you just fill it up with oil, and we just want to get to the right proper
This
depth.
is what we could do. We could.
We're gonna stop this now. I'll do another video.
No, we could fill it up with oil right now with no engine guard because the cap's on and the oil tank's plugged and the filter's in and torqued. So let's
Okay.
just do that. Let me put my washers on here. What you may have to do,
Because there were black washers behind
Yes.
each one of those, and you.
so they're there. You may have to push a little to get that groove to show.
Uh-huh.
And I'm able to do it with my hands. Make sure you have safety glasses on when you do this.
Because otherwise they go.
Yeah, it's not good. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to do. Now, BMW has a long drawn out process to fill the oil. They tell you to fill it up with 2,400 milliliters of oil, run the engine, and do all this stuff. And after years of experience, this is what I found.
Do you want me to get my other dipstick? Because it's a different length.
Probably, but I'll tell you here. What you want to do, and you want to put this bolt back, which I'll do in a second.
Yes.
You want to fill from an oil change with the sump drained and the filter change in the tank. You want to fill this tank with oil all the way until it touches the bottom of the threads.
Okay.
When you start it, it's going to drop. And then when you check the oil, you're not going to find any oil in the dipstick or very low, and you're going to be like, what the heck? And then when you go out in the desert riding and you do some high RPM, it's really going to rise. And the perfect oil level I found is when you fill it up to here and you start it and you go. And that's
Okay.
it. When
And
you
then
check,
if it leaks,
well, if it leaks
over
oil,
time-
you'll want to, to check it. But the thing is that when the bike's in the garage sitting cold, a lot of times you check the oil with the dipstick unscrewed, and you'll do this with the stock dipstick, and you look at it, it'll be barely touching the bottom.
okay.
And then when it's cold and been sitting, that's perfect.
Okay, cool. Good to
Because it will expand. Now, if you overfill this thing, there's some sort of washers in the transmission that will fail, and you get all sorts of neutral electrical problems. So, spacer, hold spacer, bolt with washer, goes over the tank. Extremely careful with this bolt. It's like you put it in. I mean, you're turning very carefully, and then you'll feel it start to expand, and then you just, that's it.
Okay.
No more, because you pull that out, it's crazy. So, got this, we have the clips, we got this. We'll deal with the coolant in a minute. We got the drain plug, we got the oil filter.
So now you put it back together and you fill the oil up
Yeah,
to the bottom of the threads.
Well, you could do this. You could actually fill it up with oil now. Let's just do that for this. So you honestly, you don't really have to measure exactly. The BMW manual, if you put in how much they tell you, it'll be spilling over.
Wow.
I've already done this. So, Mobil 1 4T for wet clutch,
Yes.
which is just fine. Okay, so I'm going to fill this up. Now the tank is like trapezoidal shaped or something. So to get it on the very bottom to show is easy. And then as you fill the tank up in the medium range, it doesn't really show until you start all of a sudden you're like, whoa, this is too full. So, thank you.
Want me to go throw it away?
Sure.
Thanks.
So in the desert, I would carry maybe just an extra quarter of a dry sump engine is very different than a wet sump engine in that regard. I think it takes an oil change. You want to have 3 quarts on hand. I think it takes 2 point something. I don't even know.
And we started with not a full quart. So
Right.
there's another quart on the shelf if you want to grab it, if you don't mind. It's a
So-
Mobil 1. It's got a motorcycle on the front.
So we're getting close. But what's happening is the tank goes down.
Sweet.
You'll have the bottom sump filled up a bit, and you'll have the oil. Thank you. The oil
Thanks, Golden.
filter reservoir filled up a bit, and it'll drop, and you'll notice that. Now this tank has a sight glass on it. The newer bikes don't have that, and that's why I got you a dipstick. Because I don't.
Yeah.
Right now the sight glass is almost too full.
Should probably switch back to the dipstick.
You can, but. So getting full, getting close, slowing down, stop.
Yep, and you can see the oil right there.
So that's it. And to me, that's the perfect fill.
And it starts to go down slowly.
I
you
may
can see.
even just, top it off just a tad, but that's it. Now, what I actually like to do
You can watch it going down
is
really
I
slow.
actually start it like that.
Okay,
So-
but I gotta put the cap on first.
Actually, no, I'm gonna leave it off.
You're gonna leave it off and just start it?
There's no high pressure in here, and you have to see it.
Okay.
Now, we don't need to prime the engine because we've got oil still in there.
Yep.
So, you see how it's dropped already?
Yeah.
All right, we all clear?
Yes.
We got the bottom drain plug, we got the
Yes.
side drain plug, we got the filter torque, everything's
And we're
oil's in,
and
right?
We're in neutral. Okay.
Here we go. Oh, duh. Oil going down, oil going down. Running, watch your oil pressure, I'm watching that at the same time.
Watching the lights.
Oil's going down, the sight glass, you can't see this, but it just went all the way from full, went all the way down below the sight glass. Now, still got the clutch in, we're gonna rev it up slowly and neutral. Okay. Probably, I don't know if you can't see this on the video, but it looks, I don't know, looks a little low maybe. That's all you need, ever.
Okay. I let it run for,
BMW says run 60 seconds. Since I've got pressure, I'm just gonna let it run for a minute. Let's see. I'm also looking for leaks on the side. I don't have. I'm looking for leaks out of the bottom. I don't have that either. Listening for any strange noises. I don't rev the engine. Idle oil pressure is fine to push the oil through. So. Kick it off. Actually going to turn it back on, start it, and see if oil pressure starts immediately. And it does, immediately. So we're good. Oil tank looks to be like almost a half a quart below where it was before, and not even in the sight glass, but that's okay because a dry sump motor you check tops. And right after a load, if I were to sit here and rev it to 4,000 for a long time, it would come way back up.
So that's it for the oil. Just put it back together.
Now, you can put it back together. Do you want me to show you putting it back together?
We could. I mean,
Okay, because see, I don't want to stop it. You need some coolant.
okay.
But I will tell you, right now, this thing is hot enough that if you opened that, you'd be in the hospital.
Okay. So we'll stop the video.
So what we can do? Can you join videos?
Yeah, I could on video on YouTube. I might be able to join it. So
Because when I put this back together, well, what I could do, I could put the bottom plate back together, which I could show you that, but you probably
Okay.
need to see it, and I won't put the side plate on until this cools enough that I can
Okay.
actually open the system. I don't know.
and I know how to do the side plate, so that's good.
Yeah, I don't know if you're squeezing this. And what I would hope to see is any coolant in the tank, and I don't.
Wow.
So I want to make sure, and it feels pressurized. So what that means is if you